You can see the aggression on the other side as well, but Bone Cold's on the other side of this, and there's that check. Bone Cold, you said it, the alpha himself, takes the fight, wins it, but doesn't check on Russ, and he gets away with more than just murder. It's a double homicide, he gets 2 of them. CNED deals with it, sure, but now it's going to be CNED on an island for some time. The support's on the way, but it's still a couple of seconds off, and they don't think they expect it. Trex is trying to thread the needle between the two, but support's now there, and he's in a bit of a problem himself.
CNED now have to be the one to find something, but actually Zeke finds safe up into heaven here, so Acend will find another man advantage, but Trex denies the plant going down initially. CNED will tap it. Well, not Acend now, just going to stand and fight this. Trex will find another one. It's just CNED left standing.
He is the player that has impressed us thoroughly, and he's just found another.
It's almost feeling like Acend just poking a little bit, seeing if they can find anything. Actually, CNED will slip through and find Leo. Actually, we'll find a second now. Coldamentor will fall.
Oh, not too much of the spotlight taken by the others. CNED wants to show off, and I don't blame him. Look at the man. Farming up 3. Trex. A new final boss to handle, and CNED exceeds. Leaving just Russ and a Spectre. This was the bonus. Yeah, all in's one way to say it. Zeke gonna feed the beast. Leo on the other side, happy to receive that. No worries there, but Russ spamming away, and he wasn't far from it. Gets Starzo, and Acend barely got a look in.
I feel like they're testing the setup there, and it holds. Coldamentor over the top. We'll find Bone Cold and
hustling within towards middle, but now let's see if Russ gets pinched on this. Does he get away in time, or does that pinch come in just as the second ticks away? 27 seconds. Bone Cold had to have at least blinded Russ there. He did, but Coldamentor's got his back. And now you can see the rest of it. Guild in perfect synergy. This pinch really meant nothing to him. Russ remaining dominant, kept that timing just right. They didn't fall for that presence and pressure that was tried to be applied towards heaven. Uncontested. But how do they get past Leo? Spamming away, nothing right there. And again, Trex wants that contact, but he can't beat CNED. There's still that power punch to CNED that's not easy to deal with. They're desperate to try and clear a little bit more here, but forced it out plant. But the post-plant isn't comfy at all. They have very limited places for this post-plant positioning. Now they're clearing back through CT on the defending side, and there it is. That's the clear they were looking for. Starzo going to catch Leo. That's huge. That opens up a little bit more room for maybe CNED to adjust a little bit more, find some more comfort on the side, because you can see it now. Guild try and work back in, and Acend put up the defenses. They're in perfect positioning to greet them after clearing out that ultimate, feeling far more comfortable. As Russ, an impossible scenario presented.
Although he finds, any value on the way out, Starzo will fall. Again, at this point, yeah, just make the economy suffer. Russ happy to actually give it up to the spike here. Try to draw somebody a bit closer, but
on his toes, because he is far. There's no one else really within touching distance here, and you can see the instant gap close. He's going to be cleared. No! Plays his life. Still living, takes down Zeke. Still trying to buy time for his boys to get back over on these rotations. He's done so well at this. Russ worth his weight in gold right now, controlling the side. And there's Trex making that big debut. 3 kills already, and it's just manhandling on the site. Can talk bigger picture eventually of what happens when you're deemed the #1 team target on the back. But for now, we pay attention to the round because Safe wants to start things off perfectly for Guild. A pick towards middle and a fall away, but it's not just him here. On the other side, it's Leo. The second string, Safe now reappears over towards the A site. They're everywhere. Acend can't get away from them. They're being smothered by this. Oh, and this Trex. The player I would not want to meet here. Always seems good for one at the very least. And there it is. That aim is so sharp. He couldn't overwhelm Starzo in the end. But now it's Starzo in a 1v4. It's a long road to try and handle this now. And he knows it. All that utility put to play. Trying to find anyone a pixel out of place. He finds one, trying to get the heal off. Does he have time for it? They're going to try and close that gap. So aware and so dangerous, but Safe wants it.
Again, no, look. Safe whiffs that out, and there's so many people to help him. There's 2 bodies to make sure that he's got this reinforcement.
It is just this pack mentality, isn't it? You're just playing against an entire squad the whole time, and Trex couldn't adjust well enough on Zeke, who's still standing. And all this time, where's Bone Cold? Holding that site.
Noted at this point, but Leo's going to find a lot of space very early on behind this plant. And he's going to hear these footsteps.
Spike going down.
Spike
Leo
planted.
needs to hold for a second, pause for safety, get closer by potentially. Actually, he's making progress. This is huge. No one's checked on him yet, so he can kind of mentally clear a great deal of this site. He knows they've got to be by pillar. They have to be.
Player
And he
standing.
misses the shot. Teed up, set up. Divide comes in, and safe now. Checks the first. That's Zeke now gone. No impact. Quick res comes in. CNED now goes further ahead, tries to find one. Notes the player up towards heaven. But can he do anything with this? Going to send out the ult. Zeke does catch safe, but it's all trade out. Russ is still holding his own. What a sight anchor this man is. He's holding it down so often on his own. His impact is just unreal. And your last man standing is going to be CNED. And there is just a wall of players. And they just spam it out. Guild. Now Cam. Been waiting the whole time for this. Hello, Coldamenta. Welcome to my site. Killer's on the other side. Gonna spot and dismember Coldamenta. Trex, maybe feeling lucky to be alive, didn't slip into the traps, but now there's problems. They've taken away one of the players who's leaning through early on. They have no idea what's around that corner, really. Their camp's still sitting pretty now, going to be considered and potentially dealt with, but you've still got Starzo here. You've got the rotations coming in. You do have Trex, so... and Russ. So there's a lot of firepower still standing, but good work from Starzo. Trex does do well, but it's Killers to close down the final two. And again, Bone Cold sitting anti-flash. Just in case Russ pops anything around, does have to face now for the back of the cam, but Cena takes the attention and there's a swing. The 1-2 combo is just perfect between them. And again, that rifle didn't even come into the matter in time being bought. 25 seconds and Guild are struggling now. Cena just doing aim training, spamming away on that corner, runs out of bullets to play with, but they're just toying with them.
No real hope of even finding much damage here, Starzo. We'll retrieve the orb as well. An insult to injury. Safe actually just going to try and hold on. They want to try and force Leo to say. He absolutely will be.
Uh-oh.
Posted it, didn't do much. Maybe a tag onto Russ there, half HP.
30 seconds left.
They spammed out Killers. I thought he might have got away with it, but no. Fully noted. This is now Zeke in a bit of danger. He's all very much on an island, very much out in the dark, but while that happened, you did see that Leo found Starzo's put Bone Cold now in a 1v3. Spike is planted. What can he do against this? Clearing through towards CT, plenty of challenges en route. 2 slightly closer towards site, 1 tucked away towards heaven. And again, so much could have changed since the last known contact on the site. A little bit of information found, but not a great deal in time. I think this one's cooked. Trying to maybe play for a couple of exits here. Do what he can. Expecting the swing from Sighton. Well, he wasn't wrong to be thinking as such. But Russ will get the better of him, and there it is. Back on track for Guild, an imperative round.
See, but it is a little further back.
I've got your trail.
He's just happy to stand and fight. A load of damage done, actually.
It's so well done. Look at the state of them. Coldamenta, Trex, Leo, Russ, they're all tagged up. They're all looking so wounded that Starzo just culls them down. Killer's gonna just seal it. Put his stamp of authority on it. The play up towards ramp. CNED here, close quarters with that op. Divide comes in, but he's still gonna stand his line. Oh, Safe's got the better of him. Big impact from Safe, and he's actually going to re-aggress a little. Noting the res coming in, they now know presence is just smothering up towards heaven. There's a lot of bodies here already, though. This isn't as free as they'd like. This isn't as light as they'd like, as Killers is on the back of the site. Swings out, finds one. Starzo catching off Safe. It's Trex still standing. He needs Coldamenta in this too. He needs some help in this one. And then Coldamenta comes through with at least a kick towards Zeke, but look at what's remaining. Coldamenta on his own, being watched by CNED as soon as he comes around that corner.
No, to take that fight.
Zeke turns
no.
it. Safe. Trips up on his own shoelaces. And he can't quite make more of that, but Killers is already here. Flashed up though. Russ good for another. They're trying to trade out as best they can, but there still needs to be a clean fight won somewhere. And CNED is still around. Great work again. Trex and Russ. That's what you need. A little bit of that magic to come through. As Bone Cold now presented a 1v3. Not quite a post plan yet, but soon to be.
Be the one. I don't want to see anybody fall here on the side of Guild. 3 rifles they can make work. When Cold's approach will be noted. And when do they swing? You see them all leaning this way already. Yeah. Pretty well held there. Trex will be the one to find it. They've been.
He's got to have caught it. There it is. They're on rotation now, but he has to buy time. That's exactly what he's trying to do right now, and this is it. Oh, gorgeous work towards Coldamenta. No presence in middle, though. I was expecting to see if maybe Russ had made it there. Not the case. Stino gets dealt with. Good work from Safe. Rostazo's on the site. He's by his side. Vocold's gone down, and there's the cavalry coming in. Zeke finds Leo, and there's that mid-presence noted. Killers has their number.
Send.
Pinch towards A coming in, and the lean already going to come over. You can see the Starzo position himself towards CT, leaving once again Bone Cold and seeing it a little further away from the action. So we'll look towards the A site, but with Omen on deck, you're never fully alone.
All these weird smokes from Bone Cold, man. It's so disgusting.
It is a bit weird, isn't it? Killers. No patience needed. Gonna find 2, invests the ult, swings around the corner, sees it all himself anyway. He's got first-hand information, doesn't need it second. Trex and Safe still standing, and they need to dig deep on this one. Gotta find a little something, a little bit of magic to dig through, and actually Trex gets himself a rifle at the very least, so that's something to play with here. Spike towards the site, and Trex is on guard duty. Gotta deal with CNED, not gonna happen. Caught. Trying to back away and Safe, good luck. Proof is in the pudding. Already a quick piece coming through the door. This is very unique on Russ, not breaking a sweat, just gonna decapitate 2. Dinks up, and the damage this man is outputting is unbearable, and Trex is there just to steal some of these. Oh, softened up before by Russ. I think Safe just spotted Killers too, for sure, but the aggression over towards main's already been met by force. CNED and Zeke gonna succeed in their battle, and the site's pretty much open and available. Be difficult to do much damage by now. Keep your eyes on Trex, probably one of the better equipped players on the guild side, at least in this round. As thus far, they know the site's quite clean and safe. He's been stuck in that awkward situation the entire round.
He's taking a lot of damage as well. So he's just trying to trade that back, but I really think there's any opportunity for Guild to find some damage towards Acend here. They've already uncontested got the plant. Keeler's still maintaining full control of halls. We'll actually be rewarded for it finally. Oh, whoa, okay.
There it is. It was a battle for the vast majority of the traditional round timer.
Okay, Safe. Well.
I don't see anyone else moving. Now he's going to hit. I don't think he saw him on that first peek, but the call's going to be made. Stunners of a shot. Oh, he actually had a chance on the third as well. But the damage is done. Look at them. They're hemorrhaging players down to 2.
17 HP.
Trying to do it. Yeah, this is not pretty. And there's already players here. 13 seconds. They've run out of time and they've run out of options. They just have to try and pressure the issue, and they lose out. Curious about this, and I quite like that. How long can he stay here, though? About then. That's the timing, and there's the punish right off the back of it. Zeke denies any ability to get away from that. Huge damage done, and the site's all theirs. Spike gonna go down, and I don't think many can really deny this. But now, actually, Cened's going to find Coldamenta too, so let's see if Russ is going to be very diligent in this check. There's been a lot of pressure from here, so they're being hyper aware of any presence going down from Tube, and that's going to be a player and a half advantage. Look at this, 3 players down for Guild. So a tall task to do much damage now.
Leo going to find 1. Gears will forward Zeke. Trades out onto Trex. Now it becomes ever more difficult. Noted as well. Farzo with the pinch. Then with a clean round there.
And this 3-2 split towards B is coming in, but already a 4-player rotations, almost 5. I mean, Russ ain't far away either, so it's actually pretty swift coming out from Guild. They're in the right place for it. Can they do much to deal with it? The wall drops and Cened says hello, but only good for 1, but the trade comes in with Starzo finding Russ. This is a bloody battle, and already the numbers sitting favorably towards Guild in a 2v1. Element of questioning of how Chamber impacts this, but I think on the attacking side, it's definitely something that I'm a little uncertain of thus far, because I think we're seeing some of those issues become quite prevalent here as Guild are putting up a wonderful defense. They're playing a great game, but there's no way in. They're down to 10 seconds and they're taking dry fights.
Yeah.
Absolutely, sure.
But it certainly doesn't make for comfortable viewing.
No, it doesn't. And Safe already with the punish.
And a second.
Oh, he's got a follow-up too. That's lovely. Zeke gonna go down. Third, yeah. Cened made to look like he doesn't belong. While this happens, Russ kept him safe. That's all he had to do. There's one job. Sit there and you make sure no one's going to push me. And it's flawless.
Zeke this deep with the KO ult. Again, makes sure that the spawn's affected as well.
That's part of the plan, it looks like. See if it actually pays dividends. Good start for Zeke there, finding Coldamenta. Flash goes on through, buying more time, spots another target towards the side, and Zeke is just being the Terminator right now. Finding Leo is huge. And now Trek, Safe, and Russ kind of put on the back foot instantaneously. A huge investment, but why not? You might as well at this point. 3 remaining on the play back in, and Russ has to be instrumental, integral to this. Only good for 1 this time is Zeke, the unrelenting presence. And CNED wants in on the action.
We'll at least note the second position here, but Starzo will be called upon now. What? Okay. Well, Starzo didn't even get a chance to put a snake bite into that smoke.
Feels bad. And Killers, going almost full Nico on that one, but he's fine. He's fine. Still gets the frag, but again, you're looking at a 2v4. CNED and Bone Cold gonna have to dig deep on this. CNED's actually a little further ahead than maybe expected, but it looks like Trex is already checking on it. Very intuitive play from Trex there, very heads-up play. Oh, but Bone Cold takes off his head. He needs more of that. Can he muster up anything else, or is this one cooked? 1v3, 2 more. Chambered, make it 1. Done for Guild. Start things off with a bang, and we said it, the pistol rounds have not sat well with Acend, but Guild with a really nice adjustment there.
30 seconds left.
And no confirmation on the flash. Zeke's is sitting very deep, and now there it is. Everything enough noted. Coldamenta connects towards CNED. So back to an all-even affair, but bear in mind the pistols nowhere near a head-to-head matchup with the weaponry coming out from Guild, but Zeke's still going to show up a little bit here. He gets the second. 13 seconds now. Time is a factor and it's a problem. They're going to try and overwhelm. Leo can't control it. Killer swarms it, and that's going to be Acend. Converting around, they should have had no right to do. No, got Bone Cold not far away either. You can see the utility just to slow down the roll. Jet going to come on in, do what Jet does best. That's going to be Save, trying to create that space, and the follow-up now coming in, but look who's going to try and slip the net. You've got Bone Cold creeping a little closer. Starzo is actually going to find Safe on that. A little surprising. And Starzo just dips into the ult, but they haven't noted Bone Cold. Yes, they have, apparently. Coldamenta turns on a dime, spots Bone Cold out, and this is overwhelming. Zeke gonna connect 2, but this is good from Guild. Bring to a 2v2. The underhand looked so on the money, but it wasn't to be, as now Killers with a far from ideal weapon, looking like a grand out here, but...
He does. See Guild try and build on the back of this now. There's only Keyless here on a site. Bone Cold still in halls, but again, Safe actually in position to punish that. And the timing of the owl drone there just had Bone Cold completely disconnected. And Russ is in a dirty spot.
It's so good. If he just gets that, like, the timing right, check every now and then, doesn't have to overdo it, but that's perfect. Find Zeke. Expects the follow-up, but Starzo's way too quick on it, but still, by now, that'd be a 1v5 you'd have to do. So he's being hunted down. You can see him. They want to put everything to remove that rifle from him. Packing a punch here, gonna just bully his way through middle. You can see maybe a little bit of exploration coming out. Yeah, it's CNED. The reach. Oh, CNED! A shot and a half from the man himself. Culling Russ and quickly putting Guild back on their starting blocks here, but Guild are building momentum. They've got 11 rounds on the board. But again, 3 players in this round and not a lot of site progress made. Spike still back down by Spawn. This would be a tool ask of them. Lovely work from Leo. Very heads-up play.
Beautifully done. Didn't even need the confirmation from the recon. Response is there. Keyless finds Trex. Further damage can Leo do? Coldamenta actually comes to challenge Starzo, but the timing is heartbreaking. Starzo will punish him.
30 seconds left.
I have the spike.
Yeah, but look at the pace coming in through middle. The pigs are going to go in. They're going to really try and just turn the screws right about now. Guild need to make this land. The spray's wild, but he's still alive. Russ finally gets Killers, but the answer back is swift. 2 quick frags, and Russ and Leo are down, but that's Coldamenta's time to shine. Comes in, finds Zeke. We're down to a 2v2. Coldamenta pressured, puts out of his misery by CNED, and now it's all on Safe. A
confirmation of they already believe the jump spot.
And I'm looking at Guild. They've made progress, yes, with Russ, and the second string tail will be safe, but the rest of the players are kind of creeping on middle. That's not bad. But again, they're going back for this lean towards that A site, and I'm looking at who's here. Killers is still sitting on the site. He hasn't fully moved away. There's players pouring in through middle. Spike being ferried over by Trex, but Killers unchecked on. Allow
he
free
didn't
reign,
spot Leo.
finally handled. Oh, Leo above, finds Zeke as well. And now it's all on Bone Cold, but beautiful work on the play back in from Leo.
Gonna send bodies aplenty over, and this is weird because Bone Cold's at bottom mid here. Viper's pick goes through. It's stuck killers. Actually, we'll find Trex pretty early on, but nobody else from Guild will probe any further.
No, but they're going to be... They can't really back away. Look at Bone Cold's position coming in. They're going to be stuck where they are, and that's going to be made out. That call's going to be made. They know they are on the site. This has to be cleared as best it can be. Coldmentor does find Bone Cold. That opens up options. They can slip back a little bit further. Russ finds Starzo. This is looking good. Guild going to dig their heels in, and now it's down to CNED and Killers. Make it just one. In a 1v3, Guild have done so well here. I thought this could have been another problem, but no, dealing with Bone Cold perfectly and putting Killers into the unfavorable scenario. It's over. Leo sealed it. Map 3 is on the cards. Coming into things, doing whatever they can to defend up against Acend on the attacking side. And look at the aggression coming out from Guild, clearing right on through. And it looks like a quick responding kind of towards that B site. So Leo's going to be put right to task. No messing around, no second guessing, and Starzo's going to put him to bed. It is weird seeing Jet, Acend, and Starzo, but what I am seeing is 2 kills back to back. So already Guild are on the back foot themselves. One who's not unaccustomed to the role would be safe though. That corner is just littered with players. And it's going to be Trex trying to keep him safe, trying to keep him out of danger, but already you can see the chip damage coming on in, but it's going to be Russ doing well enough for one, safe with the follow-up, and there's the damage coming on through, flooding forward. Trex, how much more do you have? Oh, just run out of steam at the end there, as Zeke will be the one to close out the round, but
Actually, on the flip side of that, you can see straight away Guild in anticipation is they're all the way through A main, so they know this hit's coming, they're set up for it.
yeah, they certainly are. Coldmentor, locked and loaded, does eventually lose his life, but takes 2 with him on the way. Leaves all in the hands of CNED. And the line of players from Guild just all too dangerous to deal with. CNED trying to create a little bit of space for himself, but Russ waiting on the other side. You can see the cross is being watched here, so Russ can make this call. And CNED expects the swing from tower, but patience being displayed from Russ. Spike a problem that he has to deal with pretty soon. Gonna pull the player forward.
Guild happy as 3 to push through dish here.
He's still challenging. Yeah, this is like deathmatch right now. Leo's gonna find one, tease up a second. Bone Cold, head rolling, turns the flash. He's still fine. He's got support there, and Ascender left in tatters. Look at this impact from Guild. It's so well done. And CNED and Zeke are so far away from this. The spike is fully under control. Safe is on the money towards Zeke, and now CNED in a 1v5. Yeah, he's got some room, but who cares? Already being watched and maybe considered by Trex. What an answer back from Guild. Potentially all 5 alive here. And you can see it, eyes are on this. This is where it gets to the dicey part of things, and Leo.
Starzo punished.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how I feel about all of this mix-up of roles and agents, but let's see if they keep getting punished for it. Starzo down. Zeke barely alive. It's on Killer, CNED, and Bone Cold to make something of this round.
CNED punished. They're pretty deep lurk actually towards A site. Now just 3 remain. An opportunity through drop here at least. As Guild do sit a little deeper. Coldmentor holding onto this ropes position, so we'll have the vision at least. Actually, confirmation on the side of it. With 30 seconds left here, Ascend have to find something. We want to try and recover this.
And they're being forced into this
That's
now.
not
Look
it.
at that work from Coldmentor. This man is on fire in this map. He needed a good map, and this is suiting him. Let's see if maybe Russ can close in. And it looks like they're getting very close by. Zeke needs to be careful, try and play his life. Russ going to pick up the pace, and he's going to lose it. Yeah. And already puts the pressure on. Starzo going to at least stand up tall for one, but it's a quick trade out for Leo. He's not going to let it go unpunished, but look at the instant lean back towards B, so maybe they've opened up enough room, but again, you've still got 2 players who aren't particularly going to be surprised by this hit coming in, and Coldmentor's been impeccable thus far, and Russ has been sharp all day. He spotted another. Coldmentor good for 2. Of course he's good for 2.
And now you're going to see Leo. He's going to be here close enough. He's going to hear this fault line.
Careful.
Yep. So now they know they can catch the guy in B main because they heard it. Heard the door go through. Seen it actually will find a kill.
Oh no. Still
Can't
gets
get it.
killers.
Can't
That's just
get
quite
it.
farther down. Stay alive. That's all you got to do. Stay alive, and Bone Cold can do nothing but watch as the round just trickles away from him. Free. For now, it's gonna be another site hit, another set piece. Nothing too complicated about it, and you're already gonna see players here already in attendance. But Leo this time goes down. Russ now on his own. Does have support on the way. That is gonna be Trex coming on through, not too far away at all. And Russ maybe doesn't need support.
Down A.
He's got it all himself. He's predicting the players so well. And now if he can just stay alive, the cross is being watched. CNED is having a round. Maybe the difference maker they finally need.
Starzo and Bone Cold push pretty deep through A main as well. Starzo will be noted, but Pinch could come through from drop here very easily.
Oh, the flash is really good though. 30 seconds. They've got to make a move soon, otherwise they're going to be in the complete and utter control of Acend. Safe going to try and address the player already noted. Colder Mentor, it's a banger. Bone Cold gone. Leo connects, but there is an answer back in his Starzo. 2 quick kills and suddenly it's not completely in the bin. A 3v3. Spike going to be planted. The post plant begins, but Colder Mentor is keeping a lot of space here. But you can see Acend instantly looking back towards the site itself. Blake comes on in, but he gets forced away. Lovely utility work from
Colder
Trex. Colder Mentor.
Sort of seen as that feast or famine mantra. Bone Cold will find something here. Leo will trade one back out, but the first time I've really seen Acend willing to probe. Trex will backfill the space. Acend will find a kill. And just some damage here is all I'm looking for. A consolation here for Trex if he can find it. That's the Vandal. Yeah, Acend wins that. Mentor with a backstab.
Actually, Starzo being a smoke criminal right now. And it doesn't work quite the same. Russ going to find out almost for free. And no big move off the back of that ult, and the divide going to come in too.
We have a man advantage here. And they retreat. Whilst this Cosmic Divide is still up. No way, CNED. He's actually going to get the knife kill.
You're still a ridiculous player, aren't you, Cena? Just that game sense is just perfect. Colder Mentor still stands. He's got a lot of players looking his way, though. Russ has his back, gets another, finds Bone Cold. Dealt with, though, no ability to get the good trade in time. Colder Mentor still finds the timing just right, but Killer's on the Punisher now, a 1v2. Not a great deal of time to play with, and not a great deal of utility either.
Paint
Tap
shell.
on the spike draws the first utility. 50 HP now. The last piece of utility they can draw out, and actually Trex just going to put his life on the line, draw him away from the spike again, toying with him, just pulling him away time and time again. He has to take the fight, and Trex. One thing I am paying attention to is the fact that it's 12-4, and Gilda 1 round away from competing one of the best apparently there is, but Bone Cold already going to put up a fight, going to find Russ, who's been integral. But at the cost of the site itself. So Spike going to go down, and Guild will at least have the time in their favor, and Safe now has potentially 4 players just around that corner. He's got a lot to handle, and a lot of presence coming his way.
Trex will find the first on the way in, though. That's going to slow things down.
Oh, CNED, this could be huge. He gets one and only one. Safe. Effective for the trade, takes him down. It's an even 3v3. Leo gonna make it a 3v2 as Colder Mentor waiting patiently. Who's that next player to step on forward? Zero idea. Killes just confused, a little stunned, but the defuse not gonna happen. And the second attempt at it, Killes has no idea where they are. He's stunned, dazed, and he's dead. Leo gets him down. And Guild 13 for Acend on Fracture.
Wow.